Yo, what is going on, you guys? Bashtianygo here. It is late at night, almost midnight right now, but we got some brand new Drytron support that just dropped. I was not expecting this whatsoever. I actually just recorded a what's it called, Fiendsmith reaction, but we were up late enough to where we got the news. So we got some brand new Drytron support, guys. I'm excited to go ahead and check it out. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am. So honestly, first of all, I know I say this every time, but I love the brand new artwork. I just like seeing new stuff. I'm sure you guys do as well. But let's go ahead and check it out. So honestly, I did not think Drytron was ever going to get more support. I think that the deck had its run. It was cool. It was nice. It wasn't that cool. It wasn't that nice, but we got through it, right? And now it's getting more wave of support, and this support looks like it might be able to go ahead and change what Drytrons were able to do before. So, and yes, I did read the Ritual Monsters. The Ritual Monster is crazy. Let's go ahead and check it out to you guys. So we have Drytron New 2. So it's a level 1 light machine special summon effect monster. So it can't be normal summoner set like Drytrons can't do. So that makes sense. So we have a 2000 attack, 0 defense. Understandable. I believe all Drytrons have that same stat if I'm not mistaken, but I digress. So cannot be normal summon set. Must be special summoned by a card effect. Understandable. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. You cannot ritual summon monsters the turn you activate either of this card's effect except machine monsters. So that's perfectly fine. Ben 10 is a machine, right? Just want to go ahead and make sure Ben 10 is a machine, so you can still abuse it, right? Oh, Cyber Angel Ben 10 is a fairy, so you can't abuse Ben 10 when you activate this thing's effect. That's a kicker. That's a big kicker, because abusing Ben 10 is huge. Obviously, in the Drytron strategy, you play that girl at 3. She is currently, well, I guess she's going up in price for the Drytron support. $7 right now for the QCR, guys. Pick yours up now. But let's get actually into the effect, right? Before we start judging, let's get into the effect. If there's a Drytron card on the field, you can special this card from your hand or graveyard, but banish and release the field. It doesn't need. I think this is the first card I am reading right off the bat that can play by itself. So Drytrons usually are like, oh, you need to special summon one from the graveyard like Gamma does, or if you have another one, you know, whatever, it's a special summon, or you pitch one or special summon it, whatever it might be. This is the only card I remember, at least, that as long as you have one, you special summon it for free. Cool. But banish and release the field, understandable, perfectly fine. If this card is special summon, you can add one Drytron monster from your deck to your hand except Drytron New. So it is a free special summon that searches you any Drytron card. So this searches you Alpha and you go full combo. I mean, that's kind of what we're talking about here. That's really, really good for what Drytrons can do. I honestly am that it's really exciting for any Drytron player. I personally believe this is a huge game changer as to what the deck can do. It'll still lose to Droll, don't get me wrong. The deck will still lose to Droll. However, that the effect that you can't summon or activate the effects. So let me reread this. So you cannot ritual summon monsters that turn you activate either of this card's effect except machine cards. So that sucks because you can't summon Ben 10, unfortunately. However, it does give you the additional option to go ahead and keep playing. So let's put that aside, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at the ritual monster, which I think is crazy. So let's go and check this out. A 5,000 attack, 5,000 defense monster, guys. This is called Meteona's Daddy Drytron over here, guys. It's crazy. Level 12 light machine, 5,000 attack, 5,000 defense. You can only ritual summon Meteona's. You can ritual summon this with Meteona's Drytron. Understandable, right? So other Drytron monsters you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Already good. Already good. Because it protects every single other Drytron you currently have, which could be, I don't know, it could be anything. It could be anything, right? So that's not bad, right? So it protects your other guys from being destroyed by card effects. With card effect destruction seems to be pretty big in the current format as well. So that's pretty obviously with Fire King and Snake Eye and Princess. So that's really good already. So up to twice per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can banish Drytron monsters from your graveyard whose attack equal to or exceeds that monster's original attack, negate the activation if you destroy that monster. That effect is bananas. Let me go ahead and break this down to you guys. So when you go full Drytron combo, right? Full Drytron combo, you're gonna have a decent amount of Drytron cards in your graveyard. You have to banish Drytron monsters specifically, which is fine because they're all 2000 attack, and it's perfectly fine because you go full combo regardless, and you end on this guy. You get 2 Omni negates, right? 2 monster negates. That's in a monster heavy format where people are playing 40 million hand traps. Everything is monster effects. You look at most top deck lists. Most top deck lists are primarily going to be monster heavy, except for, of course, a few board breakers or a few consistency pieces here and there. So that is really, really enticing and interesting, and I really want to go ahead and mess around with this card because it's really good. The fact that you can do this twice per turn blows my mind. That is enough to put a stop to most people's turn. And the fact that this guy can just absolutely do it for free. And then as well, it has a third effect, right? So if this ritual summon card you control is destroyed by your opponent, you can special summon 1 ritual monster 4000 attack from your hand or deck, and this is treated as a ritual summon. What are we doing here, guys? What are we doing? So any monster, any ritual monster 4000 attack from your deck. I'm pretty sure this means you can summon Chaos Max, if I'm not mistaken. Probably not Chaos Max, but you can summon out the other 2 of the Drytron ritual monsters, which is crazy to think about, guys. This card is a game changer, as well as the new 2, right? So far, I'm thinking that Drytron's getting some great support so far. And then we get the Continuous Trap, right? So Continuous Trap is Meteorora Drytron, beautiful card. Drytron is, again, very beautiful artwork to begin with, right? So if a Drytron card becomes banished, you contribute 1 Drytron monster, then target up to 2 banished Drytron cards and add them to your hand. So you're telling me that these synergize extremely well together. The same art type, yes, understandable, but these synergize so well together, guys. You have this, right? You negate 2 things. Then, because cards were banished, right, you can activate this thing's effect to tribute a Drytron monster, which you can go ahead and tribute this guy, right? You tribute this guy, and then you get to add up to 2 of your banished Drytron cards, because this guy now becomes useless. He's just a 5k beater. So it has the potential to be really, really good. Or if your opponent goes like, you negate and they like imperm this, would you be able to then chain Aurora to then tribute that Drytron monster to negate the what's it called? To dodge the targeting negation? That sounds really interesting. That sounds really interesting, guys. Honestly, this card is crazy. The synergy is so real. It's so real. It's so good. Alright, you can reveal 1 Meteorus Drytron. Second effect. You can reveal 1 second effect. Reveal 1 Meteorus Drytron in your hand. Ritual summon 1 machine ritual monster from your hand or graveyard by tributing machine monsters from your hand or field whose total attack equals or exceeds that monster. They're basically giving you another copy of your Meteorus Drytron. Usually you already play it at 1. It's nice to go ahead and play 2 in case the 1 gets DD Crowed, banished, Cosmic Cyclone, whatever it might be. But this gives you another copy of it while still keeping the 1 in your hand, which is nice because you don't have to put it in the graveyard as much. So I think this card is really, really good. It seems like the deck itself is leaning more towards having players play a pure version of it rather than playing it with heralds. Which was the biggest issue. You just make Herald a perfection with like 40 bajillion fairies in your hand, and you just negate, and you're chilling, right? But this makes it so that you pretty much have to play it pure. Again, with Benton being a fairy, and this thing restricting you to machines, and this thing primarily leaning more towards leaning the machine rituals, right? So honestly, I think this Drytron support is crazy good. I'm going to be following Logan JYA. If you guys do not follow, go check out his channel because I'm sure he's going to have a similar reaction to this kind of stuff. But I want to go ahead and mess around with this stuff too, guys. Honestly, if you guys are excited for Drytron, let me know in the comment section down below for it to make a comeback. Honestly, I'm all for old school deck. Old school. God, was it 2-3 years ago that this deck was like the best deck? I'm all for old school decks, like getting new support and then becoming good again. Sky Striker is one of them. I don't know if it's going to be as good, but just old archetypes, give them support, make sure they're good, and just really keeps old players engaged in the game. That's my personal opinion. I'm excited for it. If you guys want to see some combos, test hands, deck profiles on this, let me know because I will be definitely releasing some whether you guys like it or not. Hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.